Nipponichi does us gamers in the West a great favour. Without these guys around, we would be missing out on a whole range of JRPGs that no one else would bother localising. This is the latest project from the team, and while it's a PSN exclusive title, it's got all the depth that you would expect from a company that specialises in the most hardcore of JRPGs. Legasista is a bit like what you would expect to happen if a Japanese developer took on an action roguelike RPG. To start with the story, cutscenes feature the same usual fan service that otaku RPG developers have now nailed. You've got squeaky girl voices and heaving bouncing female asses, providing visual flair for an endless stream of dialogue. That dialogue is often quite inane and tries a little too hard to be funny or charming. A game like the Atelier series, or even an Art and Elico, pulls off a similar narrative structure with far more style, but overall the plot of Legasista is harmless enough that it's not going to turn you off the game.
誰だてめえ誰ってお金を払えば教えてあげなくもないけどそれ私の返してごめんなさいねこれはもう私のものなの油断してたあなたが悪いのよハルトあいつひどいああ
The majority of the game has nothing to do with the plot though. It's a hardcore dungeon delver where you'll launch yourself through level after level of monster and trap-infested pathways on the hunt to the stairway to the next level. Tougher enemies hold keys to unlock treasure rooms, and they do provide a bit of risk-reward strategy into the game. But other than those optional beasties, this is a very linear point A, point B experience. Thanks to a gorgeous and fresh art style, which is simple but pleasant, this dungeon hacking never gets old, especially considering that the loot comes through thick and fast. And that loot will be the deal breaker with this game. Thanks to the sheer mass of character customization options, you'll at times spend as much time preparing your party to enter a dungeon as you will exploring it. Equipment can only be changed in the hub area between quests, so you'll find yourself constantly tweaking what each party member will hold. Add in the fact that every statistic and effect is abbreviated in the game, and the menu system is hardly the most efficient out there, there's a real information overdose in this game, which will put the less hardcore JRPG fans right off it. That said, this was never a game that was designed for casual RPG fans. Legasista wears a hardcore title with pride. It has absolutely no problem punishing mistakes and ruining hours of work if the player doesn't tackle the dungeons with a healthy dose of planning and respect. It's also a game with some very subtle rewards that only a JRPG fan can really appreciate. While this isn't a case of the cake is a lie, Legasista doesn't really reward players with a spectacular finale. Rather, it quietly requests people enjoy the grinding process and just get into that ending in the first place. So, while I can't exactly recommend this to people who have never played a JRPG before, I can say with some confidence that if you're a fan of the genre, especially in those early days where grinding and character equipment tweaking were the keys to success, then Legasista is a game that has a nice, steady rhythm and will provide consistent entertainment over more than a few solid playthroughs.